Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing a lovely 500-piece 2021 limited edition, 38mm in stainless steel from Kurono Tokyo. This is the Chronograph II. Kurono Tokyo, created in 2018 by Japanese independent watchmaking master Hashime Asaoka. It was essentially his way of being able to offer a high-grade design with a Japanese mechanical movement at a price that was more broadly accessible than his bespoke high horology watches. And this watch certainly is all of those things. So 38mm is the diameter in steel. It's 14.1mm thick as I measure it, 46.7mm from lug tip to lug tip with a 20mm spacing between the lugs. It draws heavily on mid-20th century design conventions, but it is in no way derivative. On my wrist, 16 centimeters circumference, it has a very classical feel. It's not excessively large, and the timepiece could be worn on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference, so consider this to be a broadly viable watch on smaller wrists. While it is not thin, it does have a sloped case flank, and it should fit underneath jacket cuffs. There is a calfskin strap, so it's calf leather. It is in black. It has a little bit of bolstering to give it volume. You can see there's a sheer cut on the sides showing the layers of leather. There's a monotone stitch, and on the underside we have a more conventional calfskin. This is a brand new factory strap, uncrimped, ungouged, no marks, and it is matched with a factory stainless steel pin buckle. And that's going to bother me, so I need to get that out of there. Now you can see everything on this watch, from the subtle fluting of the pin buckle profile to the design of the bezel, the case, the pushers, even the period-inspired unsigned domed crown. This is a fashion-forward watch. It is highly attractive. In profile, the lugs are blended, integrated, everything's polished. They even have a little bit of a teardrop undertuck, but view them head-on, and they are thin as razors. We have, again, that domed and unbranded mid-century inspired crown, pump-style pushers. We have a concave profile to the bezel, which is slightly inset from the case band, and then we have a dramatically domed and cambered box section sapphire to give the look of a vintage plexiglass. Some of the differences between the Chronograph I and the Chronograph II. On the Chronograph II, easy to spot, there's a lot of copper accenting, including the scale for the pulsations and the tachymeters. That is all copper accented here, whereas that's absent on the Chrono 1. The Chrono 1 also had a sort of pinstriped, vertically striated center dial. What we have here is a dial with a lovely and lush combination of a black dial base and a sort of tobacco matte dial base. We have both of those colors. You can see that there is a hour track composed of polished cabochon buttons, and then we have polished chapter rings for each of the sub-registers. One is for constant seconds, one is for chronograph minutes, leaf style hour hand, and then an elaborate elongated broadsword style, almost like a broadsword syringe hybrid for the minutes. We have a double index at 60, and you'll note this is a triple scale chronograph, as we have the tachymeter for gauging speed, the pulsation scale for gauging pulse rate, and then we have the telemeter, which is outboard, which is used for gauging distance. Think artillery spotting. You see the impact, you know the speed of sound at sea level, you start your chronograph, and you wait until you can hear the report. Stop the chronograph. That is your distance from the artillery impact. Now there's a little frame for the date down at 6 o'clock, and you can see that the disc itself is metallic to match the frame itself, which is great attention to detail. This is a Japanese-made watch with a Japanese movement, so internally, the timepiece uses a Seiko NE86, which is an automatic 45-hour power reserve. It is a 34-jewel movement. It has a quick set date and hacking seconds, and it beats away at 4 hertz. The 45 hours is par, and I would consider that maybe even a little bit above par for this price point. One refinement common to Seiko chronographs is the vertical clutch, which means that you can engage this chronograph without any jump or stagger to the seconds hand. All of that in the water water resistance is a fairly dress watch standard 30 meters, so you don't want to take this one swimming. This watch has a lot going for it. Fashion first, yes, but it is a lifetime serviceable mechanical watch that can live as long as you and your heirs do, which makes it a generational product. Whether high horology or merely luxury, this one is designed to go the distance. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing detail.